Are you one of those men who once believed that if you loved her harder, she would love you back even more? You gave her everything. Your time, your attention, your energy, your resources, just to keep her close. She became your mission, your purpose, the center of your attention, your entire world. And while that was happening, piece by piece, you were losing yourself in the process. Then, in the end, she replaced you with a bloke who barely cared. The one who did not chase. The one who did not make her the center of his world. And somehow, she surrendered to him almost instantly. She gave him what you waited and fought for. Her love, her loyalty, her respect, even her body. And you sit there asking yourself, how did the man who barely tried end up winning the woman I gave everything for? It stings, doesn't it? Everything you invested. Your time, your love, your presence, your soul. And now you are the one left alone, carrying the broken heart, watching your confidence sink while the poison creeps into your mind. Was I not enough? Did I do something wrong? Am I the problem every single time? No, my friend. Here is the brutal truth. It has less to do with you than you think, and far more to do with the nature of attraction, power, and human behavior. So listen carefully. If Machiavelli were alive today, he would not tell you to beg for affection. He would not tell you to pour more love into a woman who already takes you for granted. He would teach you strategy. He would teach you power. He would teach you how never to be played again. These are 5 hidden rules, Machiavellian rules, that separate the man who gets ignored from the man who is pursued. Pay attention until the end, because the last rule is the one most men never understand. Rule 1. Stop chasing. The law of scarcity. If you are always available, always texting first, always proving yourself, always trying to earn your place in her life, she stops valuing you. Not because you are worthless, but because your neediness destroys your presence. A man who is too easy to access becomes ordinary, and what becomes ordinary is no longer desired. Machiavelli understood this well. When a ruler becomes too common, he loses reverence. Familiarity weakens authority. Your absence creates value. Your silence creates curiosity. So stop over-explaining yourself. Stop trying to prove your worth. Stop chasing validation like a starving man chasing scraps. Let her feel the distance. Let her sit in the silence you used to fill. Let her experience life without you always showing up. Because the man who is not always there is the man she starts wondering about. But scarcity alone is not enough. Because if she can predict your every move, the mystery dies. Rule 2. Master the art of mystery. The law of concealment. Women do not fall deeply because of logic. They fall because of emotion, suspense, and curiosity. Predictability kills tension, and tension is the birthplace of attraction. Machiavelli advised leaders to conceal their full intentions. Why? Because when people cannot fully read you, they are forced to study you. And the more they study you, the more power you hold over their mind. The same principle applies here. Do not reveal everything on the first date. Do not tell her every detail of your day. Do not lay your soul bare the moment she smiles at you. Give enough to draw her in, but never enough to make yourself completely known. Let her wonder. Let her guess. Let her replay your words in her head. Because the moment she starts thinking about you when you are not there, she has already begun investing in you. Mystery is magnetic. But mystery without respect is still weak. Which brings us to the next rule. Rule 3. Respect before love. The law of strength. Love is emotional. Respect is structural. A woman may enjoy your company. She may laugh with you. She may feel safe with you. But if she does not respect you, attraction will eventually collapse. Machiavelli famously wrote that it is safer to be feared than loved, if one cannot be both. In relationships, this does not mean becoming cruel. It means becoming solid. It means having a backbone. It means having standards. It means making it clear that disrespect has consequences. Most men lose themselves because they are terrified of losing her. So they tolerate nonsense. They accept excuses. They apologize for things they never did. They swallow their pride just to keep the peace. That is weakness. And weakness, no matter how kind it looks, is rarely respected. The more desperate you are to keep her, the more she feels she can treat you carelessly. But the moment she sees that you can walk away, that your self-respect matters more than her approval, everything changes. That is when respect begins. Still, respect alone is not enough if your emotions can be used against you. Rule 4. Emotional control. The law of the Stoic. A man who cannot govern himself will always be governed by someone else. If she can make you jealous, insecure, angry, or desperate simply by pulling away, then she holds the power. Machiavelli believed that a leader must never be ruled by visible passion. Emotion is not to be denied but mastered. That is true here as well. If she cancels plans, remain calm. If she grows distant, remain centered. If she tests your patience, remain unmoved. Your composure speaks louder than any speech, louder than any argument, louder than any emotional outburst. Because the man who stays steady while chaos swirls around him becomes the one who controls the frame. When you stop reacting to every little shift, you stop handing away your power. And that power matters. But even emotional control means nothing if you abandon your purpose for her. Which leads to the final rule. Rule 5. Remain sovereign. The law of purpose. This is the ultimate rule. Never make a woman the center of your world. The second your life begins revolving around her, your value begins to drop. Women are naturally drawn to men who have direction, purpose, discipline, and something meaningful they are building. A man with a mission is far more compelling than a man with only feelings. A prince who abandons his kingdom for romance is no longer a prince. He is a fool. And a man who abandons his purpose for a woman becomes smaller in her eyes, no matter how much affection she once gave him. Protect your mission. Build your future. Stay committed to your path. Because when a woman sees that you will not throw away your purpose for her, she begins to respect you more deeply. She senses that losing you would mean losing a man with gravity, direction, and standards. And that is what draws her in. When you become the center of your own world, she is the one who starts orbiting around you. Now you know the 5 rules. 5 truths most men will never be told. This is not about begging for affection. It is not about becoming soft, available, and endlessly understanding while your self-respect is stripped away. And it is not about changing women. It is about changing yourself into the kind of man women naturally notice, respect, desire, and pursue. Use these principles wisely. Sharpen your mind. Strengthen your frame. Raise your standards. And never again hand your worth to someone who has not earned it. That is the Machiavellian lesson.